Sometimes events in life can be inexplicable. Tragedy, sorrow, death. Are there numerous fatalities in your family? Coincidental, grim events that you cannot explain? We at John Smith Private Investigations know when something smells like old, partly decomposed fish. What seemed like a coincidence often has a pretty good explanation. Neglect, abuse, foul play, or is someone stabbing a bunch of your relatives and covering it up really well? Call John Smith Private Investigations and we'll dig to the bottom of it. Because when traditional investigations don't cut it...
I'm with the FBI. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your wife.
Mr. Agent, I swear, it was just a tragic accident. She fell down the stairs with a knife. She's so unlucky.
That seems really plausible, thank you.
John Smith Investigations can do it right. We dig deep, even when it starts smelling like week-old pig shit. This video is best viewed on a stereoscopic 3D monitor or with YouTube's cardboard viewing option.
Welcome everyone to Stereo 3D Productions and this VorpX B-roll of what remains of Edith Finch. At least the first one of them. I don't know if there's going to be more. My goal today is to determine whether I would need to do a tutorial on this game in order to help people to get to play it using VorpX. Now it turns out that they have a built-in profile for this game that uses a feature called Immersive Screen Mode. So yeah, that's actually the proper term. There are three playstyles in VorpX: Immersive Screen, Cinema Mode, and Full VR Mode. Now, I've done a couple of rapid tests with Full VR Mode, hoping that maybe it would work out, but the shadows are so messed up in this game that I'm going to stick to what VorpX gave us to work with. Now you can see already right off the bat there's some messed up shadow flickering. That will go away in a moment. I was a bit worried when I saw that, but it should be okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this book get open.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Okay, so I've seen this already, and it is really cool. It's the first time I'm going to be using Immersive Screen Mode in anything, and there's a huge downside. The huge downside is you don't get that wraparound field of view that you normally would playing something more traditional with VorpX, say BioShock Infinite, for example, where it feels like the world is all the way up to your feet and all the way at the top of your head, and I mean ear-to-ear field of view. This is not the case. As you can see, I can look away from the screen. Now, this isn't really how it works. I'll show you how they put it by default. There's some head tracking on this, as you'll be able to see. Except I don't want to play with that head tracking. And this is where I get into the advantages of Immersive Screen Mode. One that I saw right away when I started this is that I finally have some form of what I like to call decoupled head motion, which is meaning I can look around, I can go in one direction and look in another without steering in that direction. So this will be the problem you'll see often with games you run with VorpX or with a lot of first-party VR games is the player will steer where you're looking. And in this case, that removes that coupling. So I'll be able to look around. Obviously, I can't look completely to my left, completely to my right, because obvious reasons. This is a limitation of Immersive Screen Mode. But at least I can move my head a little bit while I'm walking around and drink in the scenery a little more. And just real fast, I'm going to show you what happens if I go to full VR mode. I would need to do this right now in order to adapt the experience. What sucks is there's no field of view culling in this game. It would work out if it were not for these damn shadows. So I've got a near perfect field of view right now, but I mean, I can't play with shadows dancing around all over the place like this. So I'm just gonna set it back to the normal field of view. And then we're gonna go back to Immersive Screen Mode. And that should be enough for me. So I'm gonna try to comply with what VorpX recommends in this case. And sometimes I'm tempted to blast this a little bit. In fact, this is a B-roll. We're just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna add half a point on the 3D strength and scale because I find that having the screen away from your face rather than being wrapped into the world reduces the depth perception. On depth perception, you may notice that my 3D reconstruction is in fact on geometry. That's right. One of the most important things to run a game in VR using VorpX is for geometry to work. And it does work correctly in this game. That's probably the reason why the shadows mess up when you blast the field of view, is because it's in geometry 3D and it's always a bit of a sport to try to get shadows working correctly in 3D in any video game. So this is proper stereoscopic 3D is one of the most important things. I think it's more important than field of view even when it comes to VR. So let's go ahead and start walking here. Start actually playing the game and see how this goes. And I can move the head with the mouse, and I can move my head within the very large view that I have. So I'm gonna try to play with the two and see which one goes best. Well, obviously I do like to move my head when I play in VR.
But I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, I think I'm gonna really like this. Even though the shadows aren't perfect, they're rendering at the wrong depth, obviously. I will enjoy this. Orca's Island Gazette. Oh, there's another thing I want to mention. Actually, if I was to run this in full VR, the game is performing not very well. It has a resolution scale option, which is amazing because it actually provides you one of the best possible Direct3D 11 anti-aliasing techniques. However, it is demanding. It is very, very demanding. So it's either you got blurry vision or you enable the resolution scale to the max. I think they call it resolution quality in this game. I have mine on Ultra. If you don't have it on Ultra, it'll just end up looking blurry. So I actually kept it on Ultra. I decided to play like that. So full VR would be a bit weird right now. It wouldn't run very well. Oh, this looks cool. This looks really, really cool. As usual, I will be posting a 3D equivalent video of this footage in addition to the 2D. So if you're curious at seeing how it looks in 3D and you have means
my brother Lewis's funeral
of watching like that, wow. Go ahead and click the first link in the description. That takes you to the 3D version of this video. Okay, the way the letters just pop away like that, that is really cool. Whoa. Fear of heights, anyone? Shouldn't you guys have put a fence on this bridge? I'm just saying. I mean, I hear that this game is a lot about death. Actually, just full disclosure, this game has been completely spoiled to me by a review. But go figure, sometimes spoilers aren't bad, because it also made me want to buy the game and try it with VorpX. And it's just, I'm really interested in playing this game overall, so... yeah, and that is all because if I had not watched that review, which spoiled the entire story for me, I would have actually never discovered this game. So sometimes spoilers are not bad.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
That's so cool. I'm gonna shatter the letters.
Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Wow. Okay, what's with the tower in the rooms? Seriously, I'm looking over my Resident Evil 7 B-roll comments and someone says, oh, you just use a monitor because you never move your head. Then I'm like, wait a minute, does it look like I'm not moving my head? Because I know I move my head when I do VR, and I opened the video and I just skip to a random part in it, and I'm like this. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a loss with that. I obviously move my head a lot when I do VR. And also, just something I can toss as an extra is VR is not just about being able to look left, right, up, down. It is very cool, don't get me wrong. It's a huge part of VR. But I would say the biggest part of VR is the field of view and the depth perception. Nothing beats it. A lot of people who've done VR by now understand that once you go VR, you can't go back. It stands true in so many scenarios. Resident Evil is one of them. I couldn't play that game on a monitor.
No one had driven this way in a long time.
It would be a downgrade.
But I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, cool. Hi. Would you like some... I brought you some grain. That's a great start. Fucking deer doesn't want to see me. Okay. Did I leave some shotguns in the car? Let's go get it. I'm going hunting. There's a light shaft here. It sucks because the light shaft's actually 3D, but the shadow within it is messed up. There's another reason why I'm doing this video is I wanted to try something with immersive screen or cinema mode. Something I said I would do at like the very first VorpX tutorial I've ever did.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Wow. So before I'm about to delve into the game now. I'm about to like try to stay away from technical notes and shit, but I do want to make one last one. I had all hell getting this game to launch. I would get a fatal exception when running the game with VorpX waiting for it, right? So there I am wondering what the hell is going on, and it turns out there's a full screen flag to change in this game's configuration. If you do not do this, there are odds that your game will crash. Now, I don't think even the configuration in the game changes that flag back and forth. This game needs to run in full screen with its damn stock setting. Even VorpX doesn't touch the game's settings, and for some reason, I mean, I'm surprised that Ralph hasn't implemented at least just changing that one setting. So what I'm going to do, if there's anything you need to do that's special to run this game with VorpX, I will put instructions in the description. At this point, it doesn't look like I'll have to make a tutorial to run this game. This is one of the easiest configurations you can have with VorpX. But just in case, there's a few things you need to know. Actually, just one right now. Just in case there's one or more, they'll all be in the description. And at this point, I think that's all you'll need to get started.
But
So
now
if
I
you're getting
question
crashing, go look at
only
that.
the house know the answers to.
So, I gotta give a word on my introduction. This game is about death. It's about a lot of death. To the point where, when there's so much death in one place, in one scenario, in one group of people, I'm sorry, I know that these are all very nice stories, and that this game is absolutely amazing, by the way, but I think it was time, a long time ago, to send an investigator because someone is murdering some motherfuckers. I'm just saying, I don't think this is a very normal or coincidental situation. These people needed a detective bad, so that explains my idea for the introduction. Oh, what? Why the I have a key when I
Crawling
just go...
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
What? I just crawled through a doggy door. I feel like going back out there and trying the front door now. Oh, wow. Okay, the shadows are correct in here. Because they're baked, of course. Of course, because they're Why don't you guys all bake the shadows? Damn it. Okay, let me see if I can get back out there. Of course I can't, because video game logic. I wish I had taken the front door. Or at least checked it out. Wow. Okay. These are some really good textures here.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Ooh, goosebumps. Okay, you remember when I adjusted the 3D depth setting? I'm gonna undo that, because now things are starting to look really, really dollhousey. I'd like to feel at least like the scale is human. I feel also one of the symptoms of having your 3D too strong, which makes the depth look very exaggerated, is you'll feel short. So I'm actually going to play with this right now. I think I'm going for the usual number, actually. 0.75 should... Yeah, I feel taller. And the area is feeling more normal. Something else I want to try for fun. How about cinema mode? And how about I put the head tracking multiplier of that at 0? See, Immersive Screen Mode is really cool, but the curved screen may actually be what wrecks the depth perception. And with this, I'm still able to look left and right. Yeah, everything looks a lot more accurate now. You know what? I'm gonna try cinema mode for a while.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Yeah, I don't think Immersive Screen Mode's a good idea if you're going to be running in 3D, because it warps the image, right? It looks like there's a fisheye distortion on your view, whereas this is... Geez, this looks really good. Hang on. Screen distance offset. Let me try to... This is getting interesting. This is getting really, really interesting. Alright, so I'm going back to screen distance offset of minus 0.25. This should actually give me a legitimate field of view. And when I say legitimate field of view, I don't mean it's going to be huge and everything. I mean the objects and the image is going to feel real. It's not going to feel like it's forced or zoomed in. This is the exact... Oh yeah, this is perfect. I can tell from the fridge. The fridge feels flat when you bring in the screen too close. This is absolutely perfect. Alright, I think I've got something together to play now.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Nobody's cleaned the house in a while, have they?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Oh. Oh, wow. Just fuck. The second I stepped in the house, all the graphics are perfect. Even the shadows, everything. Everything's fucking perfect.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Wow.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Okay, that text was way out of window in terms of stereoscopic 3D, and that kind of hurt the eyes a little bit. That's okay. Nothing too bad. It's looking great out there. Not one single shadow out of place. Everything's nice.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house. after it sank.
Oh, right. Can I... Oh my god, is that a piece of the original house? Yeah, that is. There's even a marker there flashing. Holy shit. Oh, you have to do circles with your mouse.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Okay. That... Oh my god, with the book stack on top of the door frame. That's fucking weird. Oh, cool.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's fucking weird. That is fucking weird. Well, what about the front door? Did I do anything about the front door? No, eh?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Wow, the light in here. Oh!
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Shit, you guys didn't even move. Like, you just... Basically, you bailed. You didn't even take your furniture.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, that was... Holy shit, that was so cool. The text went in the peephole all the way down there. There goes a fucking earbud. Goddamn VIVE earbuds. Whoa. Whoa.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is so weird. Holy shit. I mean, I've seen video of this game. Like I said, I've had the whole story spoiled to me by a really good review by Joseph Anderson. But Christ, it looks so good in 3D. I knew I'd actually
Lewis
enjoy
told me
this.
there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
See if my key works. Oh! Well, look at that.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What the fuck?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Let's go. What? I'm in like a little crawl space.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Wow. The rooms in this fucking game.
Just like I had
beautiful.
no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Alright, the game's saved.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
By the way, check this out. I'm using the mouse to do all the, like, the doors that just opened and everything, so is the mouse. Alright. Oh, what? Excuse me, what? It's actually a really good body mode. Why does this not have first-party VR? guys who made this game, why did you
Being
bother?
inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, what the fuck, eh? Hang on, I'm not done with this room, but that door seems awfully interesting. Oh, wow.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
1937 to 1947. This girl passed away young. Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I'm in control, and this is a cutscene. The gerbil food.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Can she eat the goldfish? Eat the damn goldfish. It'll be better than the... Actually, please tell me she doesn't. Oh, I thought about... Actually, the game thought of the same thing as I did. No way.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Feed your goddamn daughter. What the fuck? She's fucking starving. What's this?
I kept eating and eating.
So, Immersive Screen Mode is doing this game, well, Immersive Cinema Mode, Immersive Screen Mode, both, doing this game incredible justice because there's a lot of forced camera motion, and this mode makes forced camera motion absolutely comfortable. Oh man, everything looks really good. Oh no, 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 no. You wait,
I ate
eh?
a lot of things that night.
Well, your mom didn't feed you. How can I blame you? Oh no. That's probably not a good idea.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Okay.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What the fuck? Huh? What the fuck? Huh? I just used the jump button. I didn't even think there was a jump in this game. What the fuck? What the My arms look like porcupine skin right now, for fuck's sake.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Yeah, and you're a cat. So the bird is scared of cats. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, how do I get to the bird now?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
What the fuck? Holy shit, this is absolutely fucking... I don't know what to say. I know this was spoiled story-wise. This is so cool. No, don't jump. Just try to crawl on the mount. Okay. Oh, fuck. She doesn't want to jump.
The babies were all gone.
You okay, bird?
I jumped and I almost got her.
Wow.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Where did she go? Wow.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh, she's so hungry that she's like fucking hallucinating eating the mama bird. Can I climb the tree? Gently, gently.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I seen little teeth nibbling in the grass.
What the fuck is going on? Am I supposed to? Oh shit!
Rabbits.
Rabbits. This is so cool. I didn't realize it was in control. Okay, there we go.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
What the fuck?
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Holy shit! I'm just speechless right now.
A mama rabbit.
Oops. I think I'm missed the mama rabbit. Okay, there's one. Nice.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the fuck? No. Okay, I can click or press E. Oh my god. I mean, what am I?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
I just.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I'm in full control, by the way. Just saying, just in case we're all clear on this. I click to burst forward.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, there we go. What the fuck is I have no idea what the fuck is
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
This is... I mean, I still haven't found words to describe what I'm experiencing right now. But this is just way too cool. Oh yeah, let's go.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Holy shit. Oh, I know where to go. Alright.
so I swam towards it.
Cool. I love how the letters just explode into little pieces. What the fuck?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay, now I don't have to press E to move forward anymore. This just goes on its own. Oh, this is so cool.
I got closer and closer.
This is...
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
I have no idea what I just experienced. Okay, let me take that back. I know what I just experienced. The little girl was poisoned. And this was basically her first-person account of what happened when she was poisoned, but holy Jupiter shit. I didn't even expect this shit to be this damn good. Even after seeing the review from Joseph Anderson, knowing this is probably going to be an awesome game. And like I said, totally spoiled. But no, not totally spoiled, apparently. Wow. Wow, wow. Hello. Hello, world. Oh my god.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
These fucking bird cages. Holy fuck. 11 years. Did all their birds die too?
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Built 1937. Sven Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh.
She could have, but she didn't.
Okay. She had a little shrine to him and everything. That's so cool. Oh my god.
Her room was like a museum.
Oh. He lived quite a while.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
The fuck?
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
There we go. Ah, there we go.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So, you know when your family tree isn't like basically showing all the relationships between the individuals, but rather just shows who died and when? Yeah, not same at all. Holy shit. Yeah, this family curse is pretty
Even
bad.
in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Fuck. Oh my god. Who decorated
The only
this
trace
shit?
Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
For fuck's sake.
It was a pretty big trace.
No shit. What?
There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh my god. Seriously, what the fuck? The secrets in this house are awesome.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh. Oh wow. What the fuck? What? What? Fort Sam. Just wow, what the fuck?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Command center. Okay, he was
I guess my
basically a
grandpa
space
didn't
nerd.
like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin. 1950 to 1961, another one who died young. Seriously, John Smith investigations could really help this family. Or maybe catch who in the family is doing all this.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, these fucking shadows. But this view's amazing. Okay, he's on a swing.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom.
Holy shit.
And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I
You see
think
something?
Calvin always wanted to fly.
The fence is damaged, and he's got a broken leg. I have a feeling Calvin landed in the fence in the
But that
past.
day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Alright, so she's on a swing.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
This feels so real.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
I thought
then maybe he'd still be here.
it was a
But
casting.
I doubt it.
There's
I
the
think he'd
sunken
already
house.
made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Holy shit. Fuck. This is nuts. Oh.
Trying to fly. And he did.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't fly. Probably should have been wearing that thing.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Fuck is wrong with this family? Right? Wow. But these accounts are.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Wow, that's really weird. That is really fucking weird. What about this side?
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
That's pretty sad. I highly recommend this game. In VR, like this, it's got a lot of force camera motion, and it doesn't run that well if you're gonna go full FOV. And it's got that shadow issue. So you got 3 reasons to stick to either Immersive Screen Mode or Cinema Mode. And Cinema Mode, that doesn't feel like it's taken away too much from me. Yes, I wish I had this huge ass FOV with the direct VR tracking, but this is better than what I would get on a monitor. First off, pancake version. Everyone knows this. Everyone's done VR. The first thing they say when they talk about a game they'll play on screen is pancake version. It's flat, right? Because there's no stereoscopic depth perception. Well, in this case there is. So, and some people may compare this to playing it on a 3D screen, like in 3D on a 3D screen. This is still better than that because it gets you closer to the game somehow, and the lack of your own environment wherever you're sitting when you play this, the lack of ability to see your own environment really connects you one-on-one with the game, which I think is one of the beautiful aspects of VR as well. One we forget often, the fact that VR completely shuts you into the game. I think that despite the lack of field of view here, this is still happening. Comfort-wise, This is probably one of the best ways to introduce yourself to VorpX, by the way, because it is really, really comfortable. Oh, what is this? This looks like another secret thing. God damn it, it is. The hell? What? Fuck. Good thing I doubled back. I was actually gonna go all the way back up there. The hell is...
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, you're talking about this as if it were normal. It's not normal to have passages in a house. Just saying. These aren't hallways. This is not a normal house. Dilemma. Whoa. Oh. These fabrics, so good.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, right, this is the child movie star. She's actually starred in movies and stuff. This is her room. Can I? Oh, I can't open that. Wow. Holy shit. Okay.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Oh.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
By the way, I'm closing one eye because the 3D is completely messed up
The
here.
scream hadn't aged well.
Oh no.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
What the
So
fuck?
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
I tried doing that when I started this B-roll.
20 minutes later...
I think it only happens if you go through this.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Wait.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick.
What the hell?
The house was silent.
What the hell? What? actually works. The 3D is completely busted here. I'm surprised this even works. It's not busted. It's just at the wrong depth. Like everything's trying to go through my face right now. But for the scale of the objects and everything, it works. Let's see something for fun. In this section, I'm gonna push the screen away, see if it helps. Just for a moment. Oh yeah, this actually works right now. 0.5 should do. I'll bring it back to minus 0.25. So if you're playing in this section and you want to get a proper depth perception, just push the screen away. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, let's lower the bloody handprint. And I can't enter. It's just, wow, fucking weird, man. Oh wait, I'm holding a pipe. I should be able to burst through that door. Hang on. There we go.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What the fuck? If all this is just to tell me how to unlock the door downstairs, this is really elaborate. Okay.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh dear! This is so cool.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out.
That's right.
But she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay, this is a weird chair, by the way. Holy crap, this is so cool. Controlling a comic book with the cell shading and everything. What the fuck?
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barb returned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Oh, this is so cool.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Ollie's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
This is just... I know I've gone silent here, but I'm just gone in this, like, I'm totally absorbed.
It was coming from inside the house.
Shit.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ew!
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
I'm going to politely show this narrator the door, and you better
Edie told
head
me all
right
I ever
for
wanted
it.
was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay, but her ex just did that, right? It's pretty clear she got murdered and there was no monsters and shit. Wow, holy fuck. Okay, this is normal. All this is perfectly normal. We're not in a fever dream. There's the words try to form to describe what I'm experiencing here, and they come apart by the time I try to say something. So right now what I'm going to do is I might actually wind it up to an end.
I guess
Call it a
now I
video.
know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
No shit. Sherlock? Seriously, John Smith investigators, they would have resolved this family's problems, especially that one. And I think lives could have been saved had they done it early, but I'm just blown away. I don't know what to say. I expected to get this cool walking simulator and a few experiences here and there, but I am actually speechless. Probably more so than if I hadn't seen that review before, which was sort of, that review set my expectations here, and the game is delivering me something that's here. I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy, first off, that I resolved that crash I was getting at the beginning. Wait a minute. Hey, grab and push it. There. I'm really happy I resolved that crash. I could have given up. I almost did. But then I saw a post unrelated to VorpX about a similar error I was getting. And I figured out it was the full screen flag causing the problem. I'll put, like I said earlier, an explanation of that in the description. I will also put my recommendations for how to play this game. I will play it some more. I probably will record when I play it again in order to maybe have another B-roll ready. But in the meantime, I mean, I'm satisfied with what I've seen here, and this thing runs stock. Aside from that full screen flag bug, this thing can run stock. It doesn't need anything special. You have VorpX up, you start the game, and you get on playing, and there's little to nothing to do, which is the way I like it. And of course, if there's almost nothing to do, I don't want to start giving complex instructions for it, making people think that there's a lot more work to do than there actually is. So that's it, folks. You've been watching. I don't know what you've been watching. I honestly, I mean, I know what's going on here and everything, but I cannot believe the way it's being delivered to me, and I think it's absolutely awesome. But I believe it's called What Remains of Edith Finch. It's running in virtual reality with VorpX. And
It's funny.
I guess
All
I'm
those
done.
times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
I do guess I'm done for today. So I'm definitely coming back to this game, by the way. Even if I don't plan on doing the tutorial, like I said, I'll play it again. Try a few more experiments with the game with you guys watching, like I do. Like the B-roll is basically just me running the game to see how things are going. I did it with RE7 to see if the FOV trainer trick was still viable. It is. I'm doing it with this game right now to see, does it run as advertised with supported features. It does. It does. It's really an absolute marvel. And the game itself is just, even though I had a lot of information prior to playing it, an absolute surprise to me. Above and beyond what I would have expected this thing was capable of. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. And I shall see you next time.